Nate with Sauce Ain't the Boss here again, and today is day number 94 of quitting alcohol. Today I was thinking about how I have spent more days of my life drinking than not drinking, and what that kind of means. For me, it means and has meant learning to live life without alcohol. And that's actually a good thing, learning to live life without a drug, distancing yourself and getting away from this crutch that you've used to get through life, which is basically what I was doing for 20 plus years. And it's been kind of a fun journey to learn how to do things and how to better myself and get through each day now without alcohol in it. It's very rewarding. I guess it's given me kind of confidence and it's given me a peace in myself now that I'm no longer a drinker and I'm learning to um, do everything kind of over again without alcohol now to lean on. And I guess when you're doing something that, is kind of the way you're meant to live life. I don't really think we're meant to live life clouded and buzzed and hungover and our bodies struggling to get rid of this poison every minute of every day because we're just dumping loads and loads of it into ourselves. I don't think we're meant to go through life that way. And so when you finally stop that and you start going through life the way that it's meant to be, it's cool. It's because you're living life the way it's meant to be lived. And I think the whole process of learning to deal with the things that you didn't deal with properly before, that you always went to alcohol for, is extremely rewarding. And it can be challenging. I mean, there's no doubt that if you always used alcohol to socialize and all of a sudden you're finding yourself in social situations that you might find it awkward or you might find it uncomfortable. But once you learn how to socialize without alcohol, and I think people are going to really like the real you and they like the real me better than that person that was always getting drunk or that was always zapped out on energy because you're hungover. I don't think you are who you truly are when you're drunk or buzzed or hungover. And I think that I know my experience has been people like who I am better now that I'm not drinking. They say I just have more of I don't know, a glow about me or an energy about me that I didn't have before. And that's cool. And I think you guys all have that too. And we think that somehow, alcohol gives us this liquid courage to socialize and intermingle with other people. And we think we're funnier. But sometimes we're acting like dumbasses, and we don't know that we are because we're intoxicated. So there's an example of something just, relearning how to socialize without alcohol that's rewarding and beneficial for our lives. And then stress is another one. I used to think that alcohol was one of those things that really helped me alleviate stress in my life. But looking back now and looking at where I'm at now, alcohol was adding stress to my life because it was taking away my energy. I was getting hungover because of it and not dealing with things properly. My emotions and hormones and dopamine levels and all that stuff was so out of whack. It was just creating more stress in my life. I was getting depressed because of the amount of alcohol that I was drinking, and that was adding stress to my life. My family situation wasn't as good as it could be. That was adding stress to my life. I wasn't performing as well as I should be at work because of the alcohol. That was adding my stress to my life. So the temporary little numbness or buzz that I thought was helping me deal with stress in the evening times was compounding all the stresses of my life. And so learning to deal with stress now without alcohol, it's actually super easy compared to the way it was when I was drinking. And this is no BS, guys. This is just straight up, I'm a real dude that's been on both sides of the fence now. And It's just everything in life is getting so much more clear and better without alcohol, and learning to live without it is becoming fun. In the beginning, it's rough, it's difficult, but the further you get into it, you start kind of looking forward to it. I found myself today, like, looking forward to different things in the evenings and not drinking, actually, because I'm starting to learn that I do like life better without alcohol. And you guys will too, if you can distance yourself away from it and start building that life and working on yourself, like I've been talking about in these videos and stuff. I used a lot of alcohol for my anxiety. I always like to be occupied in doing something. And I was thinking how today was it was not a super eventful day. I mean, I went to work at my business here, and it was just, it was a good work day, but nothing special. And, I worked out this evening, but it was just, lifting weights again, nothing special. And drove down to my rental and checked the paint job that the painters did. And, there was just nothing super eventful about today. And, in days past, when I had a ho-hum drum kind of day, I would find myself gravitating towards the alcohol because I hated being bored, and I hated, the anxiety of just sitting still and having to feel, and now I find those kinds of days, I don't mind them anymore. And sometimes I use those opportunities of those days to relax a little bit without the alcohol, or look at myself, or, if there is any anxiety or something uncomfortable I need to face about myself, just sitting there and feeling it and looking at it. And, those days are supposed to be there for us. I think those are the days that, we're all not supposed to be go, go, go 100% all the time. We need those days of rest, or those days where there's a little bit of lag time, so that we can feel and look at ourselves and what's going on, and reflect a little bit about where we were, where we're going, and those kinds of things, So I didn't really think, I guess I never really put two and two together, that quitting alcohol means learning to live without it. And that's just what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, is that it is learning to live life without alcohol if you were doing it more than you weren't doing it, like I was. And I just realized today that, shoot, I drank more days in this life than I hadn't. And that was kind of just a thing that hit me and kind of made me think about all these things today. So I just wanted to share those with you guys. If you guys are getting anything out of these videos, give them a like, subscribe to the channel if you can. And most importantly, remember, sauce ain't the boss. You are. You guys have a great night.